This week we're going to be talking about the Met Gala, which is fashion's greatest costume-ish ball.
We're so excited to tell you about which celebrities really nailed it last weekend and which ones just completely fell flat. Let's be serious. Scarlett Johansson looked absolutely stunning at the Met Gala last weekend. She wore a Dolce & Gabbana champagne-colored gown that had a mermaid skirt full of tulle, but had a fitted bodice and waist.
So I'm not a big fan of Scarlett Johansson. I talk about how I don't like her all the time, but I did actually think her dress was beautiful. I do, however, think if her hair was up, it would have been a little more glamorous. I just didn't like her hair down. What do you think?
I mean, I totally agree. Beach waves don't quite match the whole Dolce & Gabbana. Beautiful sequin, beautiful tulle. I mean, her dress was just stunning. It was definitely for a black tie affair, and her hair could have been.
My favorite look was Camilla Belle. You can't really go wrong when you're a gorgeous model, but she just really stunned me. She was wearing a dark lip with her hair slicked back, and then of course she was wearing this gorgeous plunging dress from Ralph Lauren. It was perfect. She looked like old Hollywood glam, and she was great in my book.
I absolutely love when people take risks with makeup, and I thought that her dark lip and dark eye was just really edgy, and it just went so perfectly with her neutral colored gown.
Yeah, she's very 30s. I love the plum lip, like you were saying, and you know, she's gorgeous, and she just keeps topping herself. I mean, let's be honest, is she that famous? No, she was in a Disney Channel movie like 50 years ago, and she just looks gorgeous every award gala that she goes to, so she can't really go wrong.
Another one of my favorite gowns from the weekend was Emma Stone's red lambin knee-length gown. It had a beautiful full skirt, and it was embroidered with 3,000 plastic flowers, which sounds kind of tacky, but it was actually gorgeous and shimmered beautifully.
I thought Emma Stone looked adorable. However, this always bothered me that she was a redhead, and now she's into blonde, which, no offense, but I just think that she should really go back to her general roots, and I know that she was wearing red, and it might have looked weird with her red hair, but I didn't even recognize her.
I mean, she did look really different, but I love that she stepped outside the box, and you know, usually it is harder for her to dress up. She's usually kind of a more casual girl, so I really love that she embraced just wearing something completely avant-garde and out there, and red plastic flowers on her dress, that's a big fashion risk, which is totally appropriate for the Met Gala.
She did take a risk, and I appreciated that. She did look adorable.
Even though she is people's most beautiful woman right now, I have to say that Beyonce was not the most beautiful of the night in my book.
Now, I did actually like the bottom of Beyonce's dress. It did kind of look like she was pooping out a peacock, but I just didn't like that. It was very revealing and almost too revealing, and then it was like long sleeve. It just was a big oxymoron. Like, it was conservative yet revealing at the same time. I didn't like it.
I agree that it was a little bit strange, and I think the same effect could have been accomplished with just a skirt that was a tad longer.
Yeah.
I mean, if the skirt was just full coverage on the bottom, I would have loved it.
Yeah.
But it just seemed out of place that, you know, stuff was hanging out in the back, and, you know, she wasn't flying it on top.
My least favorite look, the fashion police should come and get Sarah Jessica Parker. What was she thinking? She was wearing Valentino, and she looked like a drape.
I totally agree with you that SJP was on my worst dress list. I mean, it really looked like she took curtains and made them into a makeshift dress. And it was not figure flattering, and it didn't work for her.
Yeah, she was saying she was trying to go for a different time. The time was slavery, all right? Why was she wearing gold cuffs and like her grandma's curtains? She looked ridiculous. And if you saw it at different angles, it was shorter in the front. And it was weird. I mean, I thought she looked weirder than Marc Jacobs and his like see-through whatever. Yeah, that was weird too. Another bad.
Tune in next week to see which celebrities really stood out and which ones should be sent packing.
Thanks for watching.
Told me a month ago, frontin' oh, yo, I wouldn't wanna know. If somebody would've told me a year ago, it'd go.